Hi everybody, here I am to introduce you to Joyouslee. This is Sherry from Paper Paint and Stitches, and I have a new journal, and her name is Joyouslee, and she's a wrap style journal with lots of strings and stitching and lusciousness, and she's got a binding that comes to the outside. This is the first one I've done that you've seen like this. She ties here. You can unwrap this, and this is a brooch. You can remove this if it's in your way, or you can place it in a different position on the journal if you like, or wear it on your favorite scarf, or whatever you choose to do with it. I'm going to raise this camera up just a little bit and see if that helps. I don't know, she's kind of big. Okay, let me try a little bit more. I don't know. It's probably not going to work. Oh well, anyway. And then she's got a little tag here with her initial on it, J for Joyouslee. And you will see that she has 4 different scripture passages associated with her name, because we all need to have plenty of joy. So here's a little tag with her name, and I've stitched some muslin and lace to the front. The cover is all fabric. It's burlap with a lace overlay and then 2 layers of muslin to give it some stability. And then it's also stitched through a piece of leather here with muslin. Okay, I'm just going to go kind of fast. She's got almost 200 pages, and there's a lot to see. So we'll just kind of go through quickly. Her first scripture passage is Nehemiah 8:10. And if you know these verses already, some of these may be some of your favorites, and if not, you might find a new one you like. There's tracing paper and all kinds of little cards and clips and things for you to enjoy, and I've left plenty of space for you to write. Here's a little pen that I made. You can buy these little pens. I think they're pretty neat. I don't know if you can see. I made this one so it's not sharp. I found a YouTube video that shows you how to make that in the jewelry making videos that you can look up. And I used a lot of different stitches on my sewing machine, trying them out to see how they work on the paper. Here's another scripture, Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always. And just lots of, this is some vintage satin. I think my mom made one of my sister's prom dresses out of this a long time ago. My sister wouldn't want you to think it was so long ago, but it was kind of a long time ago. This is some more of the music paper out of the little books that I bought, the old music teacher's collection. This is some paper that's folded, and there's lots of cards, and I did some stamping on a lot of this stuff. Everything can be written on and rearranged in here and put in the places that you want it to be to suit what you want to do with your book. Here's a little swing tag. I made this little thing, and just lots of little tags, and there's some little tiny little clothespins. Lace and buttons. I thought this was neat. I put a lot of birds in here because birds represent joy to me in nature. This tells how to make some bird feeders and different things so you can make the birds happy. I'll put that back in later. This has some paper inside, just folded to match. It's got neat transfer on there, and you can write on it and tuck it back in there. There you can see part of the stitching. Actually, that's part of the binding where you tie it on the outside. Here's another scripture, Psalm 145, 1 through 3. That says some of David's famous words. Here's a little fold up that you can untie and write something in there. And I will put all this stuff back before I send it to you if you choose to get this one to your home. And there's just lots and lots and lots of little things, paper and a doily, just to make it pretty. tablet paper. I think the tablet paper looks neat. This is what my mom used to call clippy. She would roll our hair up, and when she'd send us to get the rollers, she'd say, "Don't forget the clippies." So, just all kinds of things. Like I said, everything. Now, this is a page out of a book about wildflowers, and you probably can't write on that, but you can do something with it to be cute. More music, lace, and tabs. There's some paper folded. Okay, more of the satin and the little cards and stitching. I cut along that little scallop edge. Lots of tails. You can see they're everywhere. There's a monogram for Joyouslee. And so go on through. We're probably coming to another scripture passage soon. Let's see. This is vellum. It's pretty. There's some stamping. I like to draw these lines on here with a piece of cardboard. I saw one lady does it with the edge of a credit card, but the cardboard works just fine for me. There's some more stamping and different stitches, and here's some lace and muslin and cheesecloth. And I stitched along the banner. Just lots of different little pieces of stuff here and there. Here's a different kind of little clip with some lace clamped into it. And this page ended up with a hole in it, and I was going to cover it up, but when I turned back from gluing this dictionary page in, it had a little peephole, so I left it. I thought it was cute. But this is a dictionary page, and here's the definition of joy here, and another passage of scripture, Psalm 100, 1 through 3. And we're getting close to the end, I think. Here's a word search game you can do. I thought that would be pretty to write one of your favorite Bible verses in there. And here's another game. Here's some paper that I stamped on. It's notebook paper, and it's kind of like this. The color just goes crazy. Well, this paper, the color went completely away. It was notebook paper, lined notebook paper. And as you can see, now it's not. So I stamped on it, and it's got the little holes, and that's just how it turned out. So, oh, and this was clipped on. I'll put it back, but it was clipped on with that paper clip with the satin on it. There's more lace. And page after page of beautiful transfer and coffee stain and this little tags. And sometimes the pages are a little delicate on the edges, so I put the washi tape on there to help reinforce it. Little paper flowers with a button. And here we come to the end. And this is something that I'm putting in here because if more people come into the shop, you might want to know which of us made your journal. So there it is, and you can discard that if you choose to. And then over here we have, I put a pin loop here. It's stretchy, so you can put pretty much any size pin you would like. And then here is a little clip holding in some more paper for a little extra thing, something you might want to hide in there that's secret, but you want to get to it quickly. So there you have. That is Joyouslee, and I thank you very much for taking time to watch this video. And if you choose Joyouslee, I hope you will be blessed by her and the memories that you keep inside this journal. May you have a blessed day. Thank you.